You just take a fucking knee.
Says up on Pornhub. Sorry for your weird masturbation session.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to the show. Lots to talk about this week. I'm telling you, I tried telling everybody. Nobody listens to JP, but that's okay. JP doesn't know what he's talking about. I told everybody. Nobody listens to me. The only game that I did not think was going to turn out the way it did was the Browns and Steelers. But we'll talk about that here in a minute. Let's start off saying hi to everybody. How's it going, everybody?
Jesus, what a weekend of football!
Yeah.
I've got so much I got to get off my chest this weekend of football. So.
Yeah, I got a few things I want to talk about too.
I'm sure you do.
Oh, what a crazy weekend!
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good games.
Yeah. I mean, Saturday's games were pretty good.
Yeah, they were.
Sunday's games were something to be desired. Well, I mean, the Ravens and Titans game was pretty good. The Bears Saints.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about that shit too. The Browns and Steelers. We'll talk about that. So let's get into it. Let's start off with the first game of the week. Colts at the Bills. What did I tell you, Sarah? What did I say? What did I say?
Yeah. We had a good year, though. I'm not going to complain. We did have a pretty good year.
Okay.
But
But
that's a good game.
Let's talk about the game.
There were some miscues that we had, and I'm not going to lie. We did have some miscues. So.
You had some miscues.
Some?
You had a lot.
Not a lot.
There was a lot of miscues. Like drop passes. Like a lot of drop passes.
Well, they had some big plays made that they made for big catches, though.
Yeah, but drops made up for it.
Yeah.
What? The one thing that I want to talk about is we're sitting here. I'm watching this game. What? I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here watching this game, right? Frank Reich on he went for it on fourth down inside the 5, right?
Yeah, 4th and goal. Yeah.
They're ahead 10-7, right?
Right.
What is a worse momentum shift? Only giving up 3 points or not scoring not scoring any points?
They should have just went for the field goal, honestly.
They should have. Frank Reich should have never gone for it on 4th down in that situation. Points are paramount. If you don't get in the end zone on 4th down on that play, he gambled, and it was a shitty gamble. You don't do that in a playoff game. That's 3 points right there. That's 3 points that would have tied the ball game.
Right.
The missed field goals by Blankenship. What the fuck, man?
Oh, 33 yards.
Not going to sit here and say it. The kicking is magnified 100 times in playoff games. No field goal, no extra point is a give me anymore.
But
I don't care.
If you're in the playoffs, like Justin Tucker, man, even he missed a field goal though. But what's that? Yeah, only one. I know.
Here's the difference between Justin Tucker and Rodrigo Blankenship. He's a rookie. He's a rookie.
I know, but you're in the playoffs.
I don't care. He
like
is
that,
a
man.
rookie. He is a rookie. He is a rookie.
I know. It just reminds me of Los Angeles Chargers, though, whenever their kicker misses as well. It just a big moment, a big miss, and it would have been a tie game.
I've seen better kickers better kickers miss in those situations.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't want to. I don't want to. The kicker is not to blame for losing that game. Frank Reich
No,
is
it's the
to
coach.
blame for
Yeah, it's the
losing
coach.
that game.
It was the coach that game, honestly.
Frank
in the
Reich
draft.
just made too many fucking coaching errors at the
Yeah.
most inopportune times in a situation where points are paramount. Then you got a 4th and 1. And he on the 38 or whatever that was, and he punts the ball. I can understand going forward on 4th and 1, but 4th and goal when points are paramount, kick that field goal. There's no guarantee he's kicking a 55-yard field goal. That's the issue I have. Going for it on 4th and 1 there makes more sense than going for it on 4th and goal. He's backwards in his mindset.
Yeah, that was Frank Reich's coaching mistake. I'm not going to lie. It was.
Frank Reich, great offensive coordinator. I don't know if he's a good enough head coach. I think he's a good offensive coordinator, but I don't think he's a great head coach. His decision-making isn't the greatest. And let's keep in mind, he played for Buffalo the last time
Yeah, he played
they
for
went
Buffalo.
to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
just this a little backstory there. He's the one that came in. They were down 38-3 or 35-3 to Houston, and ended up winning 38-35. I
Nice.
think that's what the score was. Something like that. Something. Just wanted to point that. That's a little. Did you know?
I think the Ravens could go into Buffalo and beat.
Okay, we'll get to there. We'll get there. Relax, Sarah. Goddamn. Let us get through this week's games. All right. So we're all in agreement that the Colts had missed opportunities. They had Buffalo on the ropes. Buffalo played.
I still blame the kicker because I'm hard on kickers.
I know, but you need to stop. I used
a rookie kicker.
I used to be a kicker too.
I've been giving shit to kickers for a while now with Goskowski missing his field goals, everything like that. I'm just really hard on kickers. So
So I get it. So am I, especially if Justin Tucker missing a field goal because he came right up the very next field goal and fucking nailed a fucking one that was
right down the middle.
of longer distance right down the middle. It happens. Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
They miss. It is what it is. But a lot of this,
a 57-yarder or something like that. It was almost an impossible kick, I think, right?
no, it was a 51-yarder.
Oh,
It
51.
was 51.
Okay.
He nailed a 52 and missed a 51. But the 52-yarder barely made it.
Oh, okay.
Buffalo concerns me.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah.
Because we'll get to that game next week. Buffalo concerns me because here they are, one of the hottest teams in the NFL, and I understand it's a playoff game.
Mhm.
This tells me that those 3 teams that they literally beat up on aren't very good. Aren't very good. They're smoke and mirrors. Like Miami. Miami didn't even make the playoffs. They're smoke and mirrors. They had an easy schedule this year.
Yeah. The Patriots weren't the best. The Jets suck. Dolphins, smoke and mirrors, like you said.
What'd you say, Sarah?
Their defense was not good in that game at all.
It was good when it had to be. And I will say that because there were moments in that. Indianapolis jumped on them. Indianapolis, didn't they jump out like 14-0 or 17-7 or something like that?
Yeah.
It was like 10 to something. Yeah, it was 10 to something.
Didn't they just but they jumped on them and it was like, oh my God, Buffalo's in trouble.
Oh, and then Josh Allen making a 33-yarder sack. As if I said they couldn't top Patrick Mahomes getting sacked for 30 yards. Josh Allen does it worse.
Yeah, we did. I didn't see that play,
Oh man, he got sacked for like 33 yards in the back. It was worse than Patrick.
So yeah, but Buffalo's got to fix some stuff because they're playing the Ravens next week, and I'm telling you right now, not a team.
A lot of people on the radio are saying, they're going to Buffalo.
We'll get it. We'll get to that when it comes to it.
The defense was looking terrible on Buffalo, and the only way they're going to be able to get going is they got to stop the big plays. They were giving up big plays there. It was crazy. You can't do that against Green Bay or Kansas City.
No, but they have to get there first.
And they were running the ball too. Even Naeem Hines was getting in there, so they were running the ball pretty good too against them.
Yep. All right. The next game is Rams at the Seahawks. I called this game. I knew this was going to happen. I said it. If you go back and watch the previous week, I said defense is going to win this game for Seattle or for Los Angeles. Seattle is going to struggle.
Yeah.
Defensively, Seattle played well, but
no, it was. I was embarrassed.
They started out with a backup quarterback. He ends up getting hurt, and then they bring in Jared Goff, who went 9 for 19.
Yeah, he didn't even do well.
But he did it with 3 pins in his thumb. Now, if you think, because the Rams play the Packers next week, if you think he's going to play like that next week, imagine him playing in Seattle going 9 for 19. I don't even know what the temperature is supposed to be here in Green.
Yeah.
I'll look it up for you real quick.
I think their backup is their punter.
Oh my God, you and fucking kickers.
What do you mean? I'm just saying that their backup is their punter.
Oh, I thought you were fucking talking about just.
No. It's because unless the other guy's out, because he had a stinger. I don't know if he's gonna play or not. But okay, let's just get this. Jamal Adams is a piece of shit in my opinion. A fucking dirty ass player. What a fucking that is what you've been ranting about with Jamal Adams all year long. How he's a cancer in the room. That man, in my opinion, he should have been thrown out right away for that. I don't know if that was targeting or not, but in my opinion, that looked like it was like
they don't kick players out for targeting in the NFL.
Well,
it's sportsmanlike conduct.
Either way, I think he was intentionally trying to hurt him. So just the way that he was positioning right after, I didn't like the way it was disgusting. And then the friggin' tantrum from DK Metcalf on the sideline. What a little whiny bitch! Come on, man.
I agree.
And then fucking they because of that tantrum, he kind of made Russell Wilson forced to go to him on just a straight pass to him, and it went for a pick six. It was fucking embarrassing being a Seahawks fan, in my opinion. It was terrible.
I agree.
Ugh.
So it is supposed to be. It's the high in Green Bay is supposed to be 31 on Saturday, but as the day goes on, the temperature starts falling. Let me look and see what it's supposed to be. I think game time starts at 4:30. No, just give me a second. But go ahead. I mean, there's more.
Wow. Either way, just disgusting play by the Seahawks. Just they
have issues.
And actually, more credit to that Rams defense. That was outstanding defense by the Rams. So underrated. I'm so underrated with that defense. It's gonna be. If it wasn't for that defense played so well, man. Then
they did part ways with Brian Schottenheimer tonight, the offensive coordinator for the Seahawks.
I don't know why. It wasn't his fault. He actually had a pretty good offense. I don't know. If anybody needs to go, it's Pete Carroll.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Why are you firing the offensive coordinator? What did he do wrong? He had one of the most potent offenses in the NFL. It's not his fault that fucking defenses. He played against some tough defenses later on in the year. Because he did. The Rams have the best defense in the fucking league.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, well, it's just.
But it's the Rams going against the Packers next week, right?
Yes, the Rams will play the Packers.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck.
Just try to find it. Just go to. So I'll come back to that when we get to the game. We'll talk about that. Rams have a solid defense. Aaron Donald has broken ribs, though.
Oh.
He has cracked ribs. Yes, he has cracked ribs.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's against Packers. I think Packers are going to walk over them anyways, in my opinion.
16%. Say it again, Coop.
Just if they're going against the Packers offense and with an unhealthy quarterback at the position, no, I got to go Packers. So.
Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm not, but the Rams have a pretty good defense, but their offense, they're playing with a injured player at quarterback. They're going to be able to. They're going to try to run the ball, but if Green Bay can hold them down running to about their average, what they need to do is they need to put 10 in the box and force Jared Goff to beat them downfield. And I don't see that happening, not with Green Bay's pass defense. It's one of the best in the league. It's up there. Buccaneers at Washington. Buccaneers won by 8. Buccaneers won by 8, but I'm not going to sit here and say the Buccaneers. Washington put up a fight now.
Mm-hmm.
Washington, even though they were 7-9, we made fun of the NFC East. They were a very competitive football team. They only lost 31-23.
All 3 games came down to basically a final drive.
Yeah. And that Heineke he showed some moxie, man.
Apparently his nickname is Heineken. So
right, but he showed some moxie yesterday.
I give him a lot of credit. He was good, Tyler Heineke.
He looked good. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, we need to re-sign this guy. He's the future." He's not.
No.
He's not the future.
He made that really good play with when the scramble on the outside left to the pylon. Oh, that was a great play when he ran from touchdown there.
This is why I don't see them beating Tampa Bay. Because Green Bay's pass defense is way better. Their run defense is way better. We'll see, though. We will see what Green Bay can do. Ravens at Titans. Come on now.
Oh boy.
Titans jumped out on them quick.
Uh-huh.
They shut Derrick Henry down. He had 40 yards rushing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be somewhere in the 20s. It's probably going to be 20s, and that's like 4:30 in the afternoon, and the temperature's going to drop all fucking day. Probably by the end of the game, it'll be 22 with a real feel of 18 in Green Bay. Good luck throwing with metal in your thumbs there, pins in your thumbs there, Jared Goff. Good luck. You better hope you can fucking run 45 times like the fucking 49ers did. It's a totally different element. Green Bay in January is a totally different element than December even. Ravens and Titans. Ravens looked really good on defense. Lamar Jackson looked like. Huh?
It was a rough start for them at first.
Yeah, I expected it to be. But Lamar Jackson had 320 yards total offense all by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson looked really good, actually.
Lamar Jackson looked like the
MVP
from
Lamar.
last year.
Yeah.
He still threw a pick, but that pick was essentially a punt anyway. The way I look at it. The Bears at Saints, boring fucking game. But then again, it's the Bears.
Wait.
Bob, you want to talk about? All right, motherfucker, you want to talk about that? Let's talk about it. Go ahead.
What a fucking disaster that was.
I'm gonna shit all over what you're gonna talk about. But go ahead, Coop. Go ahead.
Just like for a boring game, I will say that just for the animations, it made a boring game.
Actually, let's go back to the Ravens-Titans game.
Oh, okay.
The end.
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk about that pick, the interception, and
the end?
Taunting?
Oh, yeah. What? Okay, I saw the video of the Titans did, but I think both teams are just thugs anyways.
Okay, but here's the thing. One team got flagged, one team didn't. I call bullshit on all of it. If you're going to flag one, you've got to flag the other. And that was at the start of a game, but it does not matter. You can throw a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct at the beginning of a game. It does not fucking matter. This is laziness bullshit by the NFL. Oh, we don't want fighting. Look, if the other team can't fucking take it, they shouldn't be on the fucking field. If you don't want them to fucking do it, stop them from doing it. I don't care. I do not care. It is not taunting. What they did is no worse than I have seen any other team do. None of it.
I didn't like either one. So my
point is, it's not a penalty. So they're not allowed to celebrate an interception.
The guy went into
I don't care.
And dug his foot into the ground.
Okay.
That's taunting.
So we're going to throw a flag. So here's the problem I have with it. They're throwing a flag on a guy stomping on the ground.
This is on their logo.
Oh my God, it hurt the fucking logo.
Okay, that's what I mean. It's on their logo.
You have to understand, it's grass.
I know, but it's their logo painted.
I don't care.
Right?
They do that greedy bullshit in the fucking end zone.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I don't like celebrating in any way, shape, or form. But my point is, that's essentially a logo too. If you're gonna fucking talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like they've allowed it now, right? So
I think it's bullshit.
But going to the center of the field where the logo is just like what that Terrell Owens with the fucking star there. I know. I didn't like.
Okay.
I didn't like it either.
That was last year.
I'm trying to say I didn't like both.
They didn't play Titans this year. They didn't play the
Titans. I think both are disgusting.
Playoffs this year.
Oh, gross. So I didn't like either one when they did that either. But going to like Terrell Owens going to the star and disrespecting it, right? That's like taunting when he.
But he didn't get flagged for it.
Oh, he didn't get flagged?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
George Teague did for hitting him.
Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. I don't know. When you go and damage a logo at the front field, taunting, okay. I didn't like.
All right, so it's in the field of play. Don't touch the fucking logo because, my God, it might get ruined. They're tearing up They're tearing up the field already, Coop. That was a fucking lazy call by the referee. I don't care what anybody fucking says.
I don't like it because after the play was over, you go and damage the logo at the front of the field, taunting.
Cool. Again, I get what you're saying, but that is just a lazy. I'm not calling you lazy. That is a lazy answer. Here's why. What are they doing? What do they got to fucking not touch the logo in the field of play when the game's going on?
Play. Just go.
I get that, Coop.
Okay, it should be delay a game then. Because either way, fucking pricks doing that. I fucking hate it, man.
I hate it too.
Pieces of shit.
I hate it too.
Ignorant pieces of shit.
I hate it too. I don't like celebrating any. I think it does nothing but slow the game down.
Go to your bench. Go to the next play.
Yes,
Don't fucking
I agree.
do any of
I
that
agree
bullshit.
with you. Okay, Heather, I get it. Whatever. I don't care. Ah, damn.
Tell me they played last year when they were going into this game 0-2 against the Titans.
Oh my God. Oh, they weren't 0-2 this year. They were 0-1. They lost the playoff game, so they had lost the last 2 games that they played. Anyway, I get what you're saying, Coop. I really do. I am with you 100%. I think celebrations should not be a part of the game. Period. Bottom line, I don't care what it is. But if you're going to fucking call a penalty on that, any other celebration should be flagged, period. Because that's all they were doing. That's all they were doing. They were celebrating.
They did do the flag when the guy wiped his ass on the ball thing, right? That's taunting, too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There was called something on that. But to give you an example, I think a Carson player went and stomped his foot on the Alabama logo before the game even started. And
they still flag.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, that's college football too, but it's at the referee's discretion. And
it's just disgraceful to do that, in my opinion, anyway.
I agree with you, but I get what you're saying. I totally agree with you, but the argument that should be made by a Ravens fan is, well, they did it in week 11 to our logo. How come that's not being flagged? Or anybody that celebrates in the end zone doing that fucking greedy dance, that's desecration of the football field. That's essentially what the penalty is. It's not taunting. That's not taunting. That's desecration. Call it as it is. It's desecration of the football field. But yet they're tearing up the field for 60 minutes, running and sliding, and
that's during the play. After the play, when there's the play.
You're missing what I'm saying. You're missing what I'm saying.
The field is the logo in the center of the field is getting abused all throughout the whole fucking game.
Right. I get what you're saying.
Right.
I get what you're saying. I just don't understand the philosophy. Oh my God, he fucking stomped on the fucking logo. Oh my God, let's flag him for it. I don't understand that.
My point is, when the play is stopped, it was after the play was done, right? The play was done. Okay? He continued to go to the center and waste time and stomp on the logo in that.
They waste time running all the way to the other end of the end zone and fucking celebrating. I get what you're saying.
Where the logo is, and disrespecting part of the NFL logo as well. It's like it's copyright, and they want to. I don't know. It's a logo thing. If you go in after the play and you desecrate it, I guess it's taunting.
Well, okay, so I'll put it to you like this: if you don't like it, do something about it. That's all I'm saying. If you're the Titans, if I'm a Titans football player, I'm doing something about it.
By scoring more points.
Or I'm going to go out and get in the fucking face of the fucking player. I don't care if I get fucking flagged. Fuck there. It's going to be offsetting fucking penalties anyway. Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
There you go. If you don't like it, fucking stop them from doing it. That's all I can say.
Either way, in my opinion, both things were just disgraceful anyway.
I get it. I totally understand. But that being said, it's a bullshit call. Because if they aren't going to call it for one, they shouldn't have called it for this. That's all I'm saying. That's the argument I have. Well, they're going to call it for all celebrations. They shouldn't have called that. Because that's all that was. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. The Bears at the Saints. Bobbitt, you might as well pop on here because I am going to shit all over Nickelodeon for this.
All right. Are we ready for this now?
Now, here's the thing. I don't mind what they did in like when they score a touchdown, the sliming thing, all that stuff. They come back from commercial and do that fucking the Roadrunner bullshit. That's fine. I don't mind that. But when you have color analysts You have people sitting there announcing the game. Why did Nickelodeon do this? Why did the NFL put this game on Nickelodeon? What was its purpose?
I honestly have no idea.
Well, what do you think their purpose should have been?
To get younger kids into the game of football.
To teach them how to play the game or teach them the rules of the game, right? I am sitting here watching this game. They were more worried about what the fucking slime was than what was going on in the fucking game. They had a former NFL player sitting in the fucking booth with them. And they're asking these stupid fucking questions. What do you think is best about winning? How about me going out to the fucking strip club and fucking throwing $100 bills at the fucking the dancers? That's what I like about celebrating, because that's probably what he fucking did after a football game. The fuck kind of questions are these guys? He should be asking, well, what
your point
why is this a penalty? And explain why it's a holding call. Well, when the guys, and they didn't even fucking do that. They just, we got some slime here. We got some slime here, so we're going to talk about the slime for 20 minutes. Get the fuck out of here. Nickelodeon failed. They failed.
Sheldon, wasn't he?
Huh?
Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, young Sheldon was like, he made cameo appearances.
Who?
He was describing, like, he was trying to describe the plays.
Who?
The young Sheldon, you know, from the TV show. They had young Sheldon on it.
Oh my god!
It's a younger version of Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory.
I know who he is.
Yeah, they had the little kid there.
So, give me an example of what he said.
Bob, you were there, right?
Well, yeah, I watched the whole thing. Okay. Later in the game, he was explaining how his family was a big football family. How his dad was a coach and his brother was a player.
Okay.
Oh, so he was like describing stuff. But he was also describing rules of the game as well.
Correct. You're not hearing what I'm fucking saying. What I'm saying is Nickelodeon failed teaching kids how to play the game of fucking football. They didn't fucking fail on the viewership. That I fucking understand. But if you're going to put a game on a fucking kids show or a kids channel, explain how the game is played. Don't talk about fucking slime for fucking 3 hours. Jesus Christ. Come on, man. That's why I'm pissed about it. Not that Nickelodeon had the game on there. I don't care about it. I actually watched a little bit of it. But they talked about fucking slime the whole fucking time. Come on. I'm not shitting on Nickelodeon. I'm shitting on the fact that they did a shitty job of presenting the game. That's what I'm shitting on. Jesus fucking Christ, man. People need to listen to me. Fuck. You can give me a fucking aneurysm.
It was a really boring game.
It was a very boring game. Very boring.
I do give Nickelodeon props for trying to make it more entertaining for flag games.
They did, but again, and I go back to
they
this.
need to do something with the flags whenever they're thrown.
Then listen to me, Trek. I hate fucking yelling, but listen. Wasn't shitting on the fact that the game was on Nickelodeon. I'm shitting on the fact that they failed in teaching kids how to play the game, which is why it was probably on there in the first place. And they talked about fucking slime for 3 fucking hours. I don't care about fucking slime. If I wanted to teach my daughter how to fucking play the game, I would have watched all of Nickelodeon. But they didn't talk about football. They talked about slime. That's not football. Jesus. All right. So back to the game. Nagy. Matt Nagy.
Matt Nagy's fired now, right? No?
They're not going to fire him.
Oh, damn.
Why would they fire him?
Oh.
Think.
Oh, okay.
I think he should be fired.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think he failed on offense this year, so. Oh, and they didn't put on any offense in this game either, so. But that whole offense this year has just been terrible. We've seen it the whole year, so.
Yes. It doesn't matter who they put in. Mitchell Trubisky is a better quarterback.
They probably should re-sign him to a short-term contract.
No, they're not going to re-sign him.
Jeez, there's got to be a lot of off-season movement this year.
Yeah. Sounds like the Steelers might not re-sign Juju Smith-Schuster and Joe Hayden either.
All right, I'm going to go back to this, and I'm gonna. I get what you are saying, Aaron, but again, that is not what the purpose for them being on Nickelodeon should have fucking been. Why is it on Nickelodeon then if you're just gonna fucking have slime for 3 fucking hours? You're gonna talk about slime for 3 hours while there's a football game. There's teaching points in football. Mm-hmm. And if people can't fucking see that, this is why football is it's the most popular sport in the United States. But people are losing interest in football because people aren't teaching the fundamentals of the game anymore. It is becoming an unsafe sport because people don't know how to fucking tackle. And if you teaching points on a channel that is for kids and teach them young, maybe, just maybe, it's like, I think this game will be fun to play. So don't tell me it's there. They put it on Nickelodeon. They're just only going to see it for what it is. That's exactly what I'm saying. They failed in teaching the game. Because that's what it should have been put on Nickelodeon for. I don't give a shit if CBS owns it. That's all I'm going to say. Now.
Well,
go ahead.
I want to say this real fast. If that was the first time that I watched on Nickelodeon, that wouldn't have made me an NFL fan. What made me an NFL fan was hearing John Madden and Pat Summerall.
Yes. So here's the thing, and this is another thing. Not every game is going to be on Nickelodeon. They're only going to do that probably during the playoffs. They're not going to put it on. They're not going to do that shit on CBS.
Like a national audience. That's why, probably.
Say it again.
That was probably it's a national audience game, probably, right? Instead of focusing on one like local team, right? It's everybody's focusing on that team.
Hey Joe, how's it going? They're doing well, man. Thanks for asking. How are you doing? I think Joe Compton.
Joe.
I think don't get excited. I think I've seen you like, what? So, or Joe Thomas. So, or Joe Flacco. But, I'm not upset. I just don't like it when people don't listen to me. So I had to elevate my voice. I apologize. I don't apologize. I'm just saying.
That was the most boring game of the playoff games.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Honestly.
That's why it'll probably never be on Nickelodeon again anyway.
Teaching kids how to swear. Kids are learning that from video games.
Mine. She picked up my coffee cup.
Kids are probably learning that from like Warzone and everything. Oh, what's that? A coffee?
It's my coffee cup. It says it has Darth Vader on one side. Oops. Now I am the master. And then when it's hot, it has lightsabers.
Oh,
And then on
wicked.
this side, it has Obi-Wan Kenobi. It says only a master of evil, Darth.
That's wicked. It lights up. I want to.
I'll drink it for my coffee tomorrow, and I'll take a picture of it and send it to you.
Oh, that's cool.
It's going to be on Cartoon Network next. Yeah, fucking Bugs Bunny. Fucking Bugs
Adult
Bunny.
Swim.
Could you imagine
Swim,
Wile
Rick
E.
and Morty
Coyote
style.
playing quarterback?
Rick and Morty doing this.
Fuck Rick and Morty.
That's how you look at it. You can do more adult football than fucking Nickelodeon.
So the Bears at Saints, the final was 21-9. I will say something really interesting. Fucking Drew Brees didn't look great, but he didn't look bad. They took a touchdown away from New Orleans, though.
Yeah.
He did that and pulled it back too soon, and he was inches short.
I think I'm trying to remember it.
Who was the last touchdown?
Yeah.
Oh, it was the last play?
The very last
Yeah.
touchdown play, they got it called taken off because he didn't break the plane. So they only won by 12. So good luck coming to Green Bay and doing that.
Oh, yeah, there was one guy that threw it and he missed the ball completely. Is that the one?
Well, no. Drew Brees,
Oh, okay.
the last touchdown that they supposedly scored, he dove and he reached the ball out and pulled it back, and they called it a touchdown on the field. They did a review on it, and he was inches short.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm trying to...
Don't be. You're shocked the Saints won against the Bears, Aaron?
Really?
I'm not.
Come on, man. I have no idea what he's talking about now. Whatever, I don't care. Nickelodeon. I'm not gonna watch Nickelodeon unless when there's a show that Wendy wants to watch on there, so I'm not gonna watch it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Caillou's canceled.
Okay. I had this discussion once already, and I don't want to get into a discussion about shows, but The Simpsons, Caillou is a kid's show on Nick Jr., correct? Yes?
Yeah.
PBS Kids. And it's about a kid that, what is the show about?
Tantrums.
So what's the show about? What's the show about?
It's basically a little kid that throws tantrums on the show.
Okay, but what happens at the end of those shows?
I can't remember. It's been forever. I just seen him having tantrums right now for gifts.
Does he get punched in the face? Does he?
No, I don't know.
Does he get taught a life lesson? Does he get taught a life lesson?
No.
No.
So his parents don't teach him a fucking thing.
No, apparently
No.
not.
Kind of sounds like the fucking Simpsons to me, but everybody fucking loves that show. Fuck out of here.
That's because Bart also helped Lisa a lot, though.
Yeah, he did. No, he didn't. He didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. Bob, I watched the fucking show.
He got Michael Jackson to play for her birthday.
Lisa, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa.
I can't resist. Point I'm trying to get across is, what life lesson did Bart get taught? Not a fucking thing. His parents didn't teach him shit. Because one's more worried about what a fucking donut tastes like, and the other one's more worried about her fucking hair and how high it fucking gets. Fuck out of here.
Family Guy's even worse.
Family Guy's even worse. They have a baby that wants to kill the entire family. He wants to rule the fucking world. Fuck out of here.
So apparently every show has to be like a Leave It to Beaver now.
Okay, so Rayshawn's telling me that Caillou is about teaching kids how to share. He may not share, but it's saying, don't be this kid.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think
Either way, it's been canceled. Everybody's happy.
There's lessons in the show. It just goes over people's heads, I guess.
We should get back to football.
And I don't know which one he's talking about. But I don't see the difference between that show and the fucking Simpsons. I don't see the difference between that show and fucking Family Guy. I don't see the difference between that show. Actually, the guy is an adult and acts like a fucking 2-year-old in Family Guy. And then you got American Dad. He's a fucking FBI or CIA agent who just walks around shooting people. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. Yeah, them shows are way better than Caillou. Get the fuck out of here. At least Caillou's supposed to teach you a life lesson. Them shows don't teach you shit. But then don't put it on at fucking 7 o'clock. Because the kid's going to fucking watch it.
Tell me a lot of things, especially always wear a condom.
There is no reference in that show about wearing a condom. It might say, if I have kids like this, I am definitely going to always wear a condom. Yes. But either way. Moving on from fucking Caillou and fucking goddamn Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I just don't fucking care.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Shut up, Robert. So we go on to the fucking Bears and Saints. Good game for the Saints. Defense looked pretty good. Bears defense looked okay, but they just couldn't get their offense going because, well, Saints defense looked pretty good. Again, with Nickelodeon, they failed in doing what they should. They failed in probably what they were trying to do. And that's why I'm never fucking watching Nickelodeon for football ever again. Especially if my daughter wants to watch football. I can explain it better than fucking shitheads they had on that fucking on that. And they had an NFL guy in the fucking booth that could have explained everything to them. And
Dave Burleson?
Yes, he's a former wide receiver. He's an analyst on ESPN. He does on the NFL Network. He does.
Yeah, but sometimes
he talks about schemes and he talks about, why this guy is this and this guy is that and all that shit. And they failed in doing that. He is a very intelligent. He's football smart, man. He failed. They failed.
No. For a former Lions person, David Orlovsky. I think he's now
Dan Orlovsky. He does college football. He was doing the game on.
I didn't realize how intelligent that guy is as an analyst, but he breaks down a lot.
Yeah, he does.
I think he would be a great fit.
Yes, it was a missed opportunity. That's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to hurt Trek's feelings any more than I already have.
Oh, he could be bumhurt if he wants to be bumhurt. I don't care.
Well, goddamn. So the Browns at the Steelers.
Pipe bomb.
The Browns at the Steelers. All right. So the game started like any other game. Not so much. Kickoff went well, and then from there on, it went downhill.
Yeah. Oh my God. Right away.
Yeah. The very first snap of the game. The very first snap.
Seconds. They got a touchdown in 11
seconds. Yeah. All right. Already behind 7-0. Was the second snap of the game? He threw a pick, right?
Yeah.
Second snap. Ben Roethlisberger threw a pick, scored a touchdown off of it. I know the third time they punted and they drove down the field. I'll give them that. Technically, it should have been 14-0 at that point, right?
Right.
Then they turned the ball over again. I think they had to drive, didn't they? Yeah, they turned the ball over again on a short field. Cleveland scored again. Now it's 21-0, right? Yep. Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm going to say 7-0 because very seldom. And the turnovers. I'm taking the turnovers out of it. I'm not
And so basically, you're counting out the turnovers.
Okay, so I'm counting out the turnovers. It is 28-0 by this time, right?
So
At the end
you
of the
won't
first
count
quarter.
the first touchdown of the game as
So the
7.
second touchdown I give them 7-0 because they drove right down the field and scored. Keep in mind the final score of this game is 48-37, and then I think Pittsburgh scored a touchdown. The halftime score was halftime. It was 35-7, right?
Well, it's right now with 2 minutes left in the half, and it's 28-7. It's like 1 minute.
Did Cleveland score on another turnover?
I can't remember. I was focusing.
Yeah,
Maybe it's on-
35-7.
Okay, so on that next turnover, that Ben Roethlisberger had, did they score a touchdown on that?
Yeah.
Okay, take away. It's still 7-7 now, right?
So you're just counting out all the turnovers.
I'm taking out the turnovers. Think about what I'm saying here. Everything up to this point, Pittsburgh has given Cleveland the ball, right? Pittsburgh has given the Cleveland the ball on the short field. Didn't stop them. I don't know why their defense did show up. It was nothing that Cleveland did that would say, hey, Pittsburgh is getting outplayed. Pittsburgh just didn't show up. So technically, Pittsburgh did get outplayed, but Pittsburgh didn't show the fuck up in this game. They fell behind 35-7 at half when it should have only been 7-7. What was the final score of the game? 48-37, right?
Yeah.
Then Pittsburgh woke up in the second half, scored 30 points to Cleveland's
13, yeah.
No, because I said 37-27 to Cleveland's 20. The final score should have been 37-27. Pittsburgh did not show up to play. Number one.
Well, for those turnovers, then Pittsburgh would have won.
Yes. If it was not for those turnovers, Pittsburgh would have won the game. They did turn the ball over. Cleveland capitalized on it and got them 28 points.
Yep.
Finals 48-37. Who is the better team? Pittsburgh. Cleveland just capitalized on Pittsburgh's errors. Very seldom do you see 4 turnovers by one team and 28 points off of the said turnovers. That never fucking happens. And if it does, it's because it was on short field, which it was. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Cleveland because they capitalized on those mistakes. What I am going to say is I still think Pittsburgh is better than Cleveland. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Cleveland's gonna come out and go gangbusters on fucking Kansas City because they're not. They still gave up 500 yards passing, and you can't sit here and tell me that Patrick Mahomes is not licking his fucking chops, waiting.
Was Myles Garrett healthy in that game or no?
Yeah, he played.
Okay,
Yeah,
he
he
played.
played.
He played.
I don't know if he's dealing with an injury because I think I've heard
He is.
stuff.
He's got a shoulder.
Okay.
Dealing with the shoulder. So there's your this week's games. We're now down to 8 teams. Yes, 8 teams.
Yep.
I gotta say, for a wild card weekend of 3 games instead of 2, I enjoyed 3 games.
It was a day filled with football, and I enjoyed it myself.
Yeah.
Me too. I think it should stay around.
I think it is. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think this is going to be the new format.
Which I wouldn't mind. It was actually that's why.
All right. With that said, we're done talking about the NFL. Anybody else got anything they want to talk about in the NFL? Bob, you seem to think the Browns are going to the Super Bowl.
Literally.
Okay. You got to take a shit? So.
Well, do you want to talk about all the coaching stuff? Or
yeah, go ahead. Let's talk about some coaching stuff. I know Doug Peterson got fired yesterday. And I know, Sarah, you put it in there and said that he got fired, but I can tell you right now, He said, "Fuck you people, I'm done."
Yep.
With the way I was listening to it, the owner has turned into Jerry Jones.
Who?
The owner for
Lurie.
the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Eagles GM?
No, the
No, the
owner.
lawyer.
Owner.
Lurie. Jeffrey Lurie.
Okay.
He is hands-on as hands-on can get. And if you're going to be an owner and you're going to be hands-on as hands-on can get, telling, well, why are you doing this and why are you doing this and why are you running this play? Jerry Jones, I'd want the fuck out too. And he probably went in there and said, I do not want to coach this team anymore because you guys will not let me do what I need to do. So, piss off. I'm out. So I would put it was mutual. I don't think it was really a firing because they have to buy out his contract.
Yep.
So it was a mutual understanding. I wouldn't say it was a firing. So, what else?
Sarah, I think, do you know more?
Yeah, so the Texans requested an interview finally with Eric Bieniemy today.
The enemy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it? Just an interview? Sarah?
Well,
Yeah, just an interview.
Okay. Go ahead.
And then the Jets flew out Sala for a second interview for.
yeah,
Okay.
apparently he's been getting pretty popular with interviews right now.
Okay.
I know a defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. They've just hired Dan Quinn.
Which is
That
a
was
good
a
move.
great
That's a
hire,
good
guys.
move. That's a good move for them.
I
because he's
agree.
A very
I
good
like that
defense coach.
I agree.
And then Gus Bradley just got hired for the Raiders defensive coordinator job.
Who?
Gus Bradley, the former Jaguars coach.
There goes the Raiders right off.
Oh, I got a question.
Yes.
What do you think is going on in Houston with Deshaun Watson?
Oh, you want to talk about that? All right.
Yeah, he's
upset.
I agree with him. I would be upset too.
But why? Why?
Well, he wanted just basically to be informed who was going to be hired.
Why should it matter if a player has input on who gets hired and fired? What
I think that's what they promised.
What is he going to coach the fucking team then? I don't understand why fucking players seem to think that they have to have input on shit. If you don't fucking like it, I'll fucking trade your ass.
Here's the thing. He wasn't going to have it until the owner and the GM both sat there and said, we're going to sit down with you and have a talk with you about who we're going to hire.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They told him flat out, without him even asking, that he would have a voice in the process. And they went and did it anyway.
Why would an owner or even a GM give him that choice? Why?
They want to build around him.
I think it's a stupid thing. I'm not going to fucking let a player tell me who I should and shouldn't, who I can and can't hire. Or you're going to be upset because they didn't hire this guy. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's just that. I don't buy that shit.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. No, listen to me again. What I'm saying is he shouldn't be in the process, period. Why are owners and general managers letting a fucking player dictate who they can hire and cannot hire? That makes no fucking sense to me. He's a fucking player. He's not a fucking front office guy.
I think the main point is he was lied to.
I get that. I get it. Y'all are missing what I'm saying.
I understand your point of view. That player's thing should focus on his game plan, not anything involving with decisions about the team. Right?
Yes.
You should just focus on the game.
This is why there is just players have too much input on what a fucking team does. And to me, that should not be the case. Players are there to play, coaches are there to coach, owners are there to own, general managers are there to ensure that the players and the coaches are doing their fucking job. Owners are there to fucking oversee and pay, yes, they are paying that money, so they do have a say-so. But they don't, if they aren't going to let the coach do what he needs to do, then why in the fuck am I your coach if you aren't going to let me coach my team?
I think they wanted him there for the interview to see how well him and who they wanted to hire next.
Well, that just tells me that Deshaun Watson can't. He's got to have a certain system, or else he's not going to fucking be a good player. That's what that tells me.
He was pretty good without a team this year, with stats wise.
I could throw for 5,000 yards.
He threw for was from a stonehead.
Okay, didn't he throw for like 5,000 yards this year?
Yeah,
and he was on a shitty fucking team, right?
Well, Will Fuller got suspended halfway.
Will Fuller getting suspended had nothing to do with that. Was the final 3 games. They were already like 2-9.
Will Fuller was putting up some good numbers though while playing.
Yeah, but they were still fucking losing.
Yeah, they were still losing, but he was putting up good numbers though.
I get what people are saying. I think what people are trying to justify. You don't need to justify something. I get why they did it. But to me, it shouldn't be even a thought in an owner or a general manager's mind to say, well, we're not going to hire this guy because Deshaun Watson doesn't like him. Deshaun Watson doesn't like him, either fucking deal with it or we'll put you on the trading block. We'll see what we can get for you on the market. That's the way I look at it. Now, it's dumb. It's dumb for a fucking team. And again, I'm going to say this. I understand what you are all saying to me. But in my opinion, it is dumb for an owner and a general manager. I'm going to keep repeating myself. Does everybody understand what I'm saying or no?
Yes, we understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't think we give a shit what we think.
No, I get what you're saying. And I'm giving you my opinion on why I think it's a dumb fucking idea in the first place. I understand why they did it, because they want Deshaun Watson to be a part of their future. But I think a lot of that I think the report may have been a little skewed. I can understand coaching, but a general manager, all a general manager does is manage money and make sure the salary cap fits. And yeah, he does deal with little player personnel, but not as much as a coach does. So I don't understand why they threw the general manager / coach in there, unless they're hiring a guy that is going to be a coach / general manager, which if I am the Houston Texans, I need a coach and a general manager, not a coach / general manager, because you've seen the problems that caused this year.
Yeah.
I do get what people are saying. I'm just telling you why I think it's a dumb idea to do in the first place. Why a team would give them a say-so. It makes no sense. So he might as well be the general manager is what I'm getting at. That's what I'm trying to say. And they're giving the players too much power.
I agree with you too.
I understand that he's upset because they promised him something. That I can understand. Totally, I get it. But I don't think he should have been in that process of the general manager. Coach, sit down, see if they mesh, and then we'll figure out a way to fix it, to get it to work. That's fine.
I think that's why they wanted him to be there.
But then they turned around and didn't do it. But they haven't hired a coach yet. So, and if he doesn't want to fucking play for Eric Bieniemy, he's fucking dumb as shit.
Yeah.
Look what he did with Patrick Mahomes, man.
Who wouldn't want to play for that guy? I would. I would play for him.
Well, there's certain things about Eric Bieniemy that they need to not fucking do in Houston because they don't have the fucking personnel to do it, and that's that fucking trick shit. Kansas City is all about fucking eye candy. It's all they are. That's why people haven't figured them out yet. I do not know. It's all about the eye candy.
Yep.
So yeah. Does that answer your question, Bob, or no?
Yeah.
What is your input on this? You're the one that asked the question.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. It's you know, I think he should have never ever been in that position to start with the whole coaching thing.
Well, the coach to sit down with the guy before they hire somebody, but a general manager, I don't give a shit what fucking a player thinks about a general manager.
Same right to me.
He's gonna sign me to a $100 million a year deal. Yeah, I want this guy on my fucking team. That's the only thing that he should be fucking worried about with a general manager. That's it. It's all about money when it comes to general manager for a player. It had nothing to do with fucking player personnel or scheming, and that's coach. I can understand sitting down with the coach and figuring out how to mesh things, but I think that if they do hire Eric Bieniemy, that's who they're going to hire. I think that's who Houston's going to hire anyway. They brought him in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going to be a head coach. Just because he did really good in Kansas City doesn't mean he's going to do well as a head coach, because there's more that goes into it. I used to be a head coach. I know. It's not just, oh, well, yep, we're going to run this play, we're going to run this play, we're going to run this. You manage the whole thing. I need to know. I need, challenges. You got to have a game plan. Okay, we're going to challenge this. What are we going to challenge? What are we not going to challenge? If it's blatant, we're going to challenge it. I want to know in this amount of time whether or not it's challenged. There's a lot that goes into being a head coach. In high school, you don't challenge anything, but what I'm getting at is there's a lot that goes into head coaching, because you get the game plan. You game manage every aspect of the game. That's what a head coach does. And if he's a play caller, he's the one that's, okay, we're going to run this play on first down. We're going to run this play on second down. We're going to call a timeout at this time. We're going to save our timeouts for this. When we get to this situation, we're going to go for it. It's a lot that goes into it. That's why you have an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator to help you do that stuff, to help you scheme and plan. But you're the guy that manages the whole fucking team. That's what a head coach does. So, good luck to Eric Bieniemy, because he's got a lot of work to fucking do. He's got a great quarterback to work with. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but he has a lot of work to do. Has a great. They have guys there that they can build the team around.
Still got J.J. Watt there.
J.J. Watt's probably going to be gone after this next year. He's going to end up in Pittsburgh. They aren't going to fucking re-sign him.
The way that, that video, that remember that him and Watson says, I'm sorry that we wasted a year of your career.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But J.J. Watt is a guy that I want on my fucking team. I don't care who you are.
I love J.J. Watt. He's amazing.
I would love all the Watt brothers.
I watched them play. I watched them grow up. I watched J.J. Watt play in high school. Watched his brothers play in high school, and college, and I've watched J.J. Watt play in the NFL, and he's every bit of the superstar that he is, on and off the field. On and off the field. But yeah. Okay. Anything else with coachings? Shit.
Not much, really.
Is Doug Marrone still the head coach in Jacksonville?
Nope, he's fired.
Okay. Has anybody been interviewed for that job?
They're wanting Urban Meyer, but
Urban Meyer, I guess, is going to be the main guy.
Okay. We talked about that last week.
Yep.
I know Bob wanted to rant on it, but I think I ruined his rant. I didn't. I think he's a good coach. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a really good coach. Is he going to pan out in the NFL? I don't know. I mean, Nick Saban didn't pan out in the NFL. He was there for 1 year and said, "Fuck this. I can't. I'm done. I can't. I got to have control of my team." Which is what a head coach does in college. They have complete control over what happens. They have oversee everything in the college.
I think he's a better college coach personally, Nick Saban.
He's a better recruiter than he is a fucking guy that, hey, bringing in this free agent, but I don't like this guy. He doesn't fit what I want to do. Nick Saban is one of those guys that can coach somebody into it, but you get to the NFL, these guys don't want to be coached up. These free agents think they're really good for a reason and get paid a lot of money. They're already established. They don't need to be coached. That's my outlook on it, the way I see some of these players today. But
all I know is about the Jets. They are Robert Saleh. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, it's his second interview for the Jets.
Alpha. Houston don't want to let him go. I just don't think he's going to re-sign with Houston. That's all I'm saying. I think he's going to end up in Pittsburgh with his brothers. That's all I'm saying. Them three are really fucking close. They do commercials together. That family is really close.
There is rumors. TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, and him. That would be pretty good on the defense for the Steelers.
Yeah, well, the Steelers have a really good defense already. But
yeah, Green Bay really could use J.J. Watt though.
Nah, I think Green Bay's fine with what they have, as long as they can add pieces. They don't need to add J.J. Watt. I mean, J.J. Watt would be great, but I think he's going to go where his brothers are. I think that is ultimately where he is going to end up.
They really need a middle linebacker. Green Bay does. That's where.
So you want to? Okay, we'll talk about this because we only have 2 games to talk about. So, or 4 games.
Well, what about your college game?
We'll get to that. I'll get to that. But there's a couple of questions, and I don't mind asking these questions. JP, Trent, he wants to know if this is Ben's last season in Pittsburgh. No. I think he'll play 1 more year.
Yeah.
There is another question, and this, surprised Sarah didn't ask this. We're talking about this.
I think Philip Rivers is done.
Do you think Philip Rivers is going to end up leaving Indianapolis?
I think he's going to retire.
You think so?
I think so.
You think he's going to leave on that sour of a note?
I don't know. Maybe he'll come back for 1 more year. We'll see.
I think Ben Roethlisberger will play 1 year, and I could really care if Philip Rivers plays another year. I don't think Philip Rivers had his chances. And the more I watch Philip Rivers, the more I see this guy thinks that the game is all about him. That's all I see.
I would like to have Matthew Stafford, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, but I don't think he's leaving Detroit. Teams are going to have to give up a lot to get him, and I don't see that happen. Maybe next year. Maybe next year.
The big question is Carson Wentz going to stay in Philadelphia?
Who's going to pick him up? Who's going to trade for him?
I guess the only spot is Indianapolis. If
Philadelphia is not going to fucking give up Carson Wentz for nothing. They signed him to a 4-year, $115 million extension or whatever.
Yeah.
They need to get something in return, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Really, Indianapolis should just trade up in the first round and go get a quarterback and be done with it. And that's really what they need to do.
But what quarterback?
Justin
Fields? Okay. Whoa. Let's talk about. Are we done talking any other? Are there any other quarterbacks out there that we need to talk about that are on the move?
Bob, what's going on in Carolina with Teddy Bridgewater?
They just signed him to a 3-year, $63 million.
Yeah, Bridgewater's not going anywhere.
Dak's a free agent.
Who?
Dak Prescott. He's a free agent.
I'm telling you right now, Dallas will franchise tag him again.
Probably.
Dallas will franchise tag him at $38 million, that's the price. And then they'll see what happens from there. I don't think he might say, fuck it, I'm going to, because Jimmy Garoppolo might be on his last leg in San Francisco. And Dak Prescott's going to want to go somewhere where he can win.
There's going to be a lot of movement.
He
this
may very well end up in Philadelphia. May very well end up in Washington.
Yep. Even Alex Smith is probably not healthy enough to
Alex Smith will come back for one more year. He did, and I heard it they talked about it yesterday at these quarterbacks. I listened to the sports radio. We had to go take Wendy to an appointment, and I listened to sports radio talking about Alex Smith. You think Alex Smith wants to not come back for one more year? I think he'll come back for one more year.
Yeah, all that work just to come back.
Exactly, and not finish out the year. He's going to want to come back for one more year. But don't be surprised if Dak Prescott, after this year, ends up in Washington.
Oh, I don't know if you saw this, but Aaron Rodgers is going to be hosting Jeopardy.
Nice.
Well, nice. They call him the walking encyclopedia, I guess. I guess really smart they do, like, in the quarterback's room, they do trivia. Aaron Rodgers never gets anything wrong. He's like a walking encyclopedia, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I heard, and that's going to be pretty cool. I might actually watch that because Aaron Rodgers he has a very dry sense of humor. So listening to him talk.
I've seen him with Kyle Brandt when they were drinking whiskey. So he's pretty laid back.
He's on the Pat McAfee show every Tuesday.
Trek, don't get excited. Stafford may want to say fuck Detroit because I'm never going to fucking win here. And he might be on the move.
Aaron Rodgers is a regular on the Pat McAfee show?
He might be on the move to Denver. He might be on the move to...
so much offseason movement.
Don't think Stafford's going to be in Detroit for the long haul because he wants to win. He doesn't want to stay in Detroit and become play on a mediocre team.
Galladay's a free agent.
It's going to take Detroit is going to take Detroit a lot to get back and being competitive, even with Matthew Stafford.
Bring back Calvin Johnson.
That ain't happening.
No.
Let's talk. Okay, so last night college football ended, and your national champions are the Alabama Crimson Tide. Why?
Again.
Why?
Because they can afford it.
What is this? They can afford it.
I don't know.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
They pay the most every year for all the best players?
No.
Oh, I don't know how college works for that.
Yeah, they don't. They get paid. They get paid to go to school for free.
Oh yeah, the scholarships.
They get scholarships.
Yeah.
They get 26 scholarships a year.
Okay.
Mine, Wendy. Oh my God, my kid's losing her shit. Well, that'd be great. But anyway, we're putting her in a big girl's bed now. So,
oh, nice.
Alabama wins the national title. They're just that good. I knew that Ohio State was going to get run right out of the building. Nobody was beating them this year. I think
You know
Clemson had
what I understand?
what, Bobbit?
What the fuck are they called the Crimson Tide, but their mascot's a damn elephant?
Now you're making me look shit up. There's your
Like
reason.
that doesn't go together.
Sure it
DeVonta
does.
Smith is incredible. That receiver, he's incredible.
Yeah. I'd be incredible too if I played for Alabama. Sorry. I think he's a good wide receiver, but he's definitely not my guy. Okay. Hugh Roberts, former sports editor of Alabama. This is why, Bobbit, and I'm explaining. So listen. Hugh Roberts, former sports editor of Birmingham Age Herald, is credited with coining the phrase "Crimson Tide" in an article describing the 1907 Iron Bowl played in Birmingham, with Auburn being a heavy favorite. The game was played in a sea of red mud, which stained the Alabama white jerseys crimson. So that is why they're called the Alabama Crimson Tide. They didn't have a nickname back then. They were just called Alabama, like the Alabama football team. But there's your answer.
That still doesn't explain the damn elephant.
It's just a mascot, Bobbit. What's a Hokie?
It's a bird.
Okay. What is a Billiken? Exactly.
What?
Exactly. What is a Billiken? Exactly. You don't know. The St. Louis University, they're called the Billikens. It doesn't matter. They don't really have their logo or mascot. College football has mascots. Every football team has a mascot, right?
Right.
What causes big waves? An elephant can cause big waves, right? Hence Crimson Tide. It's the only reason they're called Alabama Crimson Tide. Okay?
I still find it hilarious that Stafford's a stupid-looking Christmas tree.
Stanford?
It's the cardinal is a type of tree.
It's still stupid-looking because it's got that ridiculous face on it.
It's a tree.
It looks like he wants to lick your booty.
A tree has a face?
Okay, so the Stanford University, their nickname is the Cardinal, Stanford Cardinal. It's a type of tree.
Oh, it's not a bird?
No, it's a tree.
Oh.
Their logo, their mascot is a tree.
Oh.
Yep.
And the Cardinal is a type of pine tree.
Oh. I thought it was a bird. Well, I guess it's both.
But let's talk about, and I want to talk about the two quarterbacks in last night's game. Let's talk about Mac Jones. He's not the best quarterback in college football.
Oh, you've been seeing Trevor Lawrence's.
Trevor Lawrence is the best. He's the best player in college football, in my opinion. Who here thinks that Mac Jones, raise your hand or give me a 1 in the chat, that thinks that Mac Jones should be the first pick in the draft? That's what I thought.
No. Nope.
Who here thinks Trevor Lawrence should be the first pick in the draft?
Yep. Yeah, everybody.
Who here thinks Justin Fields should be in the top 5?
Not me.
After last night, I don't think he should be a first-round pick. So who, and I don't even think Mac Jones is a first-round pick. So tell me, Sarah, who out there should Indianapolis, if they were to draft in the first round, who should they go and get? If they're going to trade
opinion, I think Zach Wilson, the kid from BYU.
I don't think he's that good. I really don't. Who did he play this year that would say, "Oh my God, this guy just looks like he is the it. He has the
That's
it."
true. That's true.
Who has he played against?
Not really anybody,
There
really.
you go.
So
They say he is in there. He's like the third best. I think he's second rated quarterback in college football. I think Trevor Lawrence is it, and then everybody else is maybe second round or later.
I would personally take Kyle Trask in the second round. That's what I would do, but that's just my opinion.
Okay.
And then get a offensive tackle in the first round, to replace Costanzo because he retired
There
today.
isn't very many that are going to go in the first round, though.
No.
I mean, there might be a couple from Alabama, but I think they're like sophomores. Both of their bookends are sophomores. I don't know who's the kid from Oregon. He'll be gone before he gets.
That Liam kid's pretty good from Notre Dame. That's the tackle. He's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Would be about the only one I would consider.
Well, I mean, if you had the second pick in the draft, who would you take?
If I was the Jets, I would take either Sewell or Devontae Smith because they need to help.
Devontae Smith will not go second. There is no fucking way.
What, that wide receiver?
Better off drafting Devontae Smith.
You think the Jets are better off drafting Devontae Smith?
No, I think they need to draft an offensive tackle, Penny Sewell, but that's just my opinion.
That's who they should take and probably will take.
Yeah, that would be my opinion.
Jacksonville, we already know who Jacksonville's taking.
Jacksonville's going to take Trevor Lawrence. That's just a give me.
Who's got the third pick?
The Dolphins do because of the Texans trade from the Laramie Tunsil deal.
Okay, so what are their needs?
They really need a receiver.
Yeah, probably.
Devontae Smith would be pretty solid.
Devontae Smith to me is not a top 5 receiver.
Yeah, I would either for him or Jamar Chase.
Small. Go ahead.
Well,
or Jamar Chase, the LSU receiver. He's pretty good too.
I think he's rated better than Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
He's got the physicality. He can run routes better. Devontae Smith is fast. All you got to do is run a 9 every fucking time because that's all you know how to fucking do. I've watched Devontae Smith, and I think he's fast. He's a really good athlete. He can catch the ball. But he's not a great route runner. I don't think any of the Alabama receivers, Jalen Waddle is probably a better route runner than Devontae Smith. I think Jalen Waddle, when healthy, is way better than Devontae Smith, in my opinion.
Oh, I agree. Jalen Waddle.
He's bigger. I think he's bigger.
I think the best running back in this draft is Najee Harris.
Yeah. Because there really isn't no other running backs out there that I can think of.
Or Breece Hall from Iowa State are probably your best two as far as your running backs go.
Yeah, but does he really pop out at you as he's an impact guy right away? I don't think so.
I think Najee Harris is for sure.
I don't even think Najee Harris is an impact guy right away. Look at Jamal. Look at Jamal or Jonathan Taylor. Look at how long it took him to get.
It took him about half the year to get.
He's a better running back than Najee Harris is.
Yeah.
Najee Harris plays for Alabama.
And he finished in the top 3 in rushing this year. Jonathan Taylor did. So.
Is this still running?
I actually kind of would like them to bring Marlon Mack back. The Colts, him and
they just re-signed him, didn't they?